Hello, today is April 12. Let's update the Ukraine war. First, the Ukraine side has successfully attacked on the north of Kharkiv. They occupied these three cities, which is Delatitsky, Buzuki, Slepy. These three, basically, Ukraine side is pushing from the west, south and west to the east. So now it seems to be that only one side is occupied by the Russian. Three sides are pretty much occupied by the Ukraine side. This is Kharkiv. For the last 2 days, Russian side did not announce any progress, mean basically they have no progress on the ground. Except Mariupol. Mariupol side, we also confirm again that our current drawing are correct, except some part of this southern area is getting thinner. Some of the Ukraine soldiers are forced onto some of the ship very close to the sea. So some of them are firing from the ship. That basically means even on the bank of this side is being occupied by the Russian. So we can see some of the video. This is so RT journalist is filming next to the steel factory, the Azov steel. His location is in this area. The place he filmed is the place they film is very close to here, this corner, roughly this space. 2 days ago, he was also filmed in here and somewhere here. So there is also some other video showing the Ukraine soldier is firing from ship very close to the Azov Sea. Basically, is near at the port. Basically, some Ukraine soldiers hijack some of the ship docked at the port, but they cannot go far away because the Black Sea Fleet circle the port. So basically, what happened is that they are fighting along the coast of this port here. So the port is from here to here. So the Russian film say the southern side already being occupied by the Russian. The northern side, some part is still occupied by the Ukraine. Ukraine, some of the soldiers get onto the ship very close to the coast. So they are fighting along the coast and somewhere inside the coast. So that's the basic picture. So we will see the fighting along this area should be finished pretty soon, because most of this area is not high-rising. It's just 1 or 2 story. There are few big buildings, but that's very limited. Because some of the soldiers get onto the ship, we can see the progress on the ground is good for the Russian. We see this area sinking pretty soon. In the meantime, there is little progress on Azov steel. So basically, Russians are still trying to push all the Ukraine soldiers into the steel. That's actually a good strategy because there's probably not much food and water left in the Azov. They probably have water in the steel factory. They probably don't have food. And some of the video was showing the Russian soldier is forcing the civilian to get the Russian supplied food and bring inside the area during the night. So that's so they are sort of food. That's one thing. We also confirmed that there are some fighting inside the factory as well, the second factory. So we can verify the information through our traditional channel, which is the map, the heat map. So from heat map, we can see there's two fight inside the second steel factory. Basically, the fighting used to be in this area. Seems to be this area has been claimed by the Russian, and there's also confirmation that only inside the Russian, only inside the second factory. So you can see the fighting was from both sides, this side and also this side. So you can see there is still fighting in some civilian area very close to the Azov steel factory. So we can see there are three areas of fight happening in the next to the seaport. This area probably is the artillery firing position. So we are not seeing very clear there are some fighting along the Azov steel, also Iliac steel factory, the second one, also on the seaport area. So these are the major three areas of fight currently still going on. Another big development for the war is that there is really some big change in the leadership of the Russian side. Basically, General Alexander Dovmikov is replaces the another general to be the chief commander for the Ukraine war. This guy is has a very special background. He is one of the commander in the second Chechen war in 2001, which defeated the Chechen. How they defeated Chechen is also very interesting. That they how they defeated the Chechen is very interesting. That basically the Russian bombard the capital of Chechen. In that, let's go to bombarded the Chechen, and that causing the bombardment is 2 months. Similarly, this general also is the first general go to Syria. He was in Syria. He was the first one go to Syria for fight in 2015. So he has plenty of street fighting and urban warfare experience in both Chechen and the Syria. So he during both cases is heavily reliant on airplane bombardment, the air dominance. So similar to the American way. So what happened in the next near future, we can say during the Ukraine war, the change will be that the Ukraine war will change soon to more air campaign. And he just into this position just a few days ago. And in additionally, he's also the Russian Southern Command. Southern Command basically is the part of the area where very close to the Ukraine, all the southern area, the Caucasus area, and including the area around the Ukraine. So he know all the troops near this area very well. That's a good advantage. And also the two war he fought in Chechen was the Chechen capital is Grozny. Grozny was bombarded for 2 months before the ground troops come in. Similarly, in the Syria, the war was fighting with heavy air bombardment, and at the time, Syria government almost fell to the rebel, and there is a bigger second commercial city, Aleppo, is almost fell completely to the rebel. And then this Russian general come in and keep bombard this Aleppo and the surrounding area for several months, eventually control the government reclaim all the territory. So from these two experiences, we are pretty sure that the future war in the Ukraine is going to be air campaign first. In the next 2 months or 1 month, we will see heavy air bombardment of all the east front, also the western supply area and the infrastructure. That could happen. And also, he's probably the best general Russian can find to fight this Ukraine war in terms of his background and also the situation. I think the current Russian made a lot of mistake in the Ukraine war. For example, they did not use the air advantage, right? They have a significant air advantage. Air also have a good thing that it reduces the soldier casualty, right? You shoot down 10 aircraft, it's only 10 pilot, right? Maybe they can even jump out of a parachute, right? So the loss of life is much smaller, and they only they scatter into two wide front, and within the area of the north, they leave many pockets of Ukraine soldier. They can come back to attack the supply chain, right? Ukraine became like a 20-30 group of people carry 20 missile supplied by the West. 20 missile can kill 20 tank, right? So it's a big threat to the soldier for the Russian. So they have make a very big two mistake. They are too scattered. Their defense is too porous, and the Russian ambassador to the U.S. also threatened, saying U.S. and West supply too many equipment, basically kill Russian soldier. This is a proxy war, and they will threaten seem to be a direct conflict with the U.S. I think that is basically to increase deterrence to the West, but I think they did very poorly on the deterrence, and the media was said. The media propaganda, all West media, right? There's no pro-Russian media in there. I'm just honestly speaking, right? So that's I think overall here is that the war will have a big change. The air campaign, airplane bombardment will be dominant in the next few weeks. I would also say the Russian strategy to force the soldier into the two steel factory will also mean the next round of the fight will be air bombardment inside the two factory, unfortunately. right? That's, I think the Russian has suffered heavily in tank and soldier, so they will do something different the next few weeks. All right, thanks for listening. Please subscribe and hit the like button if you like the video. Thanks. Bye now.